Hello, I am here to hate on something today, and that something is the new Spider-Man trailer that just dropped 21 hours ago as of filming, and honestly, looks kind of mid. I mean, you still have the initial reaction of everyone being like, "Oh my gosh, this is peak, this is gonna be great," but like, honestly, I don't see it. Like, just watching the trailer, I have no idea what the fuck this movie actually is meant to be. Straight up. I'm watching the trailer, I'm like, okay, we're doing like a Spider-Man story where Scorpion's the villain, right? And then suddenly he's like, oh, I'm changing, and there's all those black eyes. So I'm like, wait, okay, so is Venom the actual villain? Well, actually, here's the Hulk. It's like, wait, okay, well, how the fuck does the Hulk factor into this? And then suddenly, like, the bloody Punisher appears. It's like, what? Who's the villain? And then there's this mysterious guy in a cloak that's like causing shockwaves. Is he the main villain? Is this Shocker? Who the fuck is this guy? Professor X? Magneto? I don't fucking know anymore. Like, a cloaked figure is not very good, especially when you're dealing with comic book designs. Like, you should be able to tell who the villain is by just looking at them spot on and everything. Like, I don't know who this guy is. I don't know who any of the. Like, listen, for me to understand what's going on, and like, yeah, what the fuck is up with these ninjas, too? Where did these bloody ninjas come from? Like, now suddenly Shredder's the main villain. Like, I don't even know who is this guy actually fighting in the movie. It seems like it's an FFA or some shit, bro. It's ridiculous. For me to understand what this movie actually is, I have to go back. I have to watch all of the Netflix series that I never watched before because, they weren't canon, so I didn't exactly think I needed to. And around when they aired, I was too young and stuff, right? And didn't really bother with them. I mean, I heard Daredevil's good, but I heard everything else is abysmal dog shit. So I guess I'll just have to plug it out with maybe some defense. I don't fucking know. I heard most of it is, to be honest, except for Daredevil. Like, I gotta watch all this. I might have to watch the Hulk movies, which I remember. People didn't like when they came out. I don't know if they're secretly good. I think they're just abysmal. I think they're just trash and they got elevated because everything that's been coming out has been somehow worse. Honestly, this trailer is not good at telling me what actually happens. And like for some reason they have an entire scene of Spider-Man stretching instead of telling me who the villain is. Who is it? You know? Before in the other Spider-Man movies, you could tell who the villain is, right? Like even when it's three dudes, you could easily tell, okay, yeah, that's Venom, that's Sandman, that's like so on and so forth, right? This, I don't know. I don't know who the villain is. Is it Venom? Is it Shocker? Is it Scorpion? Is it fucking Shocker? I don't know. Like then they start talking about mutants and mutations, and I'm like, is Wolverine showing up? Like, what's happening? Why is Spider-Man fucking mutant now? I don't know what's going on in this trailer. It doesn't tell me anything. It's just scenes of action. Oh, look at this. Look at these characters. And for some reason, I don't understand why. Why is it that they want Mary Jane and fuck ass Ned to come back this badly? I thought the whole point of No Way Home was that there was no way back and that we're cutting these guys off, we're never seeing them again. That's that. Like maybe we can show them on like the phone screen as like a little isn't that sad? Look at what Peter lost, right? And I thought we're gonna be introducing a whole new cast of characters for him to engage with and for him to build relations off of that is actually going to be comic accurate since you can actually go forward with comic shit instead of making your stuff up and bastardizing the comics and then being surprised when you have no plot lines to work with because Oscorp doesn't exist. Got yourself in the foot. Turns out, a lot of the criticisms Tom Holland Spider-Man got back in the day that everyone like hated the shit out of the people for saying for and be like, you don't understand, it's an adaptation, doing their own thing. Yeah, I think a lot of those guys have gotten vindicated, I'm not gonna lie. Because you look at what's going on now, it's like, what storyline is this in the comics? What are we adapting? It's like, okay, what story are you adapting with Spider Man? Oh, adapting? Some people forget this is meant to be an adaptation. What are they adapting? What are they doing? They're not doing anything. It's just a bunch of stuff just thrown together in this trailer. It tells me nothing. Like it's like, oh, but Peter's depressed. Look at him. right? Look, he's sat in his bed, and then all of a sudden, at the end, it's like, oh, look, he's making stretches and silly quips. Look, isn't he a silly guy? It's like, what tone are we trying to set here? Like, don't give me this, oh, but he's just smiling through the pain. He's crying on the inside. Like, don't give me this, because the tone isn't that either. The tone is clearly meant to be, look at him, he's doing a silly gaff. And then it's like, oh, but he sat in his bed. Like, you can't have it both ways. Just totally strange, especially when you have all these like different characters getting thrown in together. I have no idea what's going on here. Like, what is the fuck ass Punisher doing here? How did Peter know this dude? Why would he know this dude? Like, I think the only reason he know Punisher is because he would try to stop him because he's killing people. Like, I mean, Peter Parker, like, he's a pretty moral guy. I don't think he'd be super down with Frank's way of doing things if he's anything like the comics, yeah? And what is the Hulk doing here? And how is Spider-Man's webbing strong enough to contain the Hulk? Like, Spider-Man's power scaling is atrocious, dude. I'm not gonna lie. This guy diffed Doctor Strange, and that's some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie. This is a sorcerer. Your fuck-ass webs got him. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. It's just plot armor. And now Peter Parker's plot armor got upgraded enough to web up the Hulk? No way, bro. Remember, the Hulk is meant to be on the same level as a literal god. And he's a strong ass god too. Thor's no punk, right? So if Spider-Man can web up Hulk, and he's all like, ooh, then what the fuck was he doing in Civil War, dude? In Civil War, this kid should have been mopping the floor with Bucky, swatting people out of the sky. Like, the Spider-Man power creep is ridiculous. Like, he can absolutely massacre Doctor Strange, web out the Hulk, right? But somehow in the airport, all of a sudden his power scaling goes down. Like, who's writing this? The Invincible guys? Abysmal power scaling. You need to actually understand the strength of your characters if you want the story to actually make sense. You need to know who's on top, who's not. And Spider-Man, if he's strong enough to web the Hulk, these ninjas, they're doing nothing. They don't mean anything. They shouldn't even be in the movie. Why are you throwing these fodder-ass ninjas at me and wasting my time when we could have scenes of him fighting the big villain that can actually pose a threat? Which, if the villain actually is meant to pose a threat to Spider-Man, yeah, he has to be strong enough to shit on Hulk alongside Doctor Strange and shit to make it make sense. Meaning that basically he has to fucking fight Thanos every movie. Like, that's what I mean. That's what happens when you power creep your character hard enough. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, this trailer is just kind of a bunch of just nonsense. Like, I see that they're trying to do like sad, emo Spider-Man, but like, you'd think for a story like this, the symbiote would be great. And I mean, they just have that end credit scene, so you'd think it would fit in there. But then suddenly they do all of this random other shit with like Hulk, Punisher, this weird ass shocker motherfucker. I don't know who this guy is. I don't know what he's meant to be. Mary Jane coming back too. Not even Mary. She's not Mary Jane. I forgot. Michelle Jones, legally distinct Mary Jane. Like, let her go. She's not that good. She's not even a proper love interest. She's just meant to be some weird subversion of, haha, you thought she'd be Mary Jane, but actually she's a bit of a loser. She's a bit messy. Oh, and she's black. It's like, alright, I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, the acting on her isn't even that good. Like, she's just not it. Like, they should have kept her out. Thrown her away. Same for Ned. Ned is mid as hell. I don't care about Ned. I do not care. I could not give less of a shit about Ned. Throw them out. Have him meet Harry Osborn. Have him get with, I don't know, Gwen Stacy. Hell, if you want to really spice things up, have him get with Felicia Hardy. That could be a fun movie, bro. Think about it, right? We can have a whole Spider-Man movie around just this Venom symbiote. Because, you know, he's in a dark part of his life, so it makes sense for the symbiote arc to come in here. Then we can just have him get a job at the Bugle. You can have him meet Harry Osborn, become friends with him, and we can have him get together with either like one of the other love interests he has, or if you want to have a little fun, we can throw in Felicia Hardy because she hasn't really gotten a live action depiction, and it could be fun to have her like jump around and do fun things. But no, instead we have this confusing movie where I don't know what the tone is meant to be. I don't even know what the plot is meant to be, and this is a trailer. The whole purpose of a trailer is to tell me what the movie is and get me hyped for it, right? All this, it's zero plot, 100% hype. Like, I don't know what any of this is. It's just, oh, watch out, Spider-Man, there's a guy and he's shaking New York City. Only you can stop him now. It's like, how is he invisible? What's going on? I don't know. And do you mean only him? Like, you have a fucking sorcerer in the city. The sorcerer is supreme. Surely he should be able to handle this. Spider-Man is meant to be on the street tier, guys. All of New York does not need to be in danger for it to have stakes. But because you've just inflated Spider-Man's power scale so much, at this point it might have to be the whole world. Like, it's getting ridiculous. This trailer does not have me hyped. Not really. It just has me severely confused. Not understanding of what it's trying to communicate. Who the villain even is meant to be. I think it's the Shocker guy. I don't even know if this is Shocker. I don't know who this guy is. He just shakes the city, so I think that's Shocker. It looks like an earthquake. I don't know, man. Shit, it could be Scarlet Witch, man. I don't fucking know who's in that hood, bro. I don't know if that's the purpose. But it's just really confusing when you have all of this stuff and you don't give me a clear direction of this is the villain, this is the hero, this is what's at stake, this is what's happening. Instead, it's like, no, here's a bunch of like fucking shredder ninjas. Here's a bunch of like, oh, look, it's the Hulk, he's angry. Oh, look, here's the Punisher. It's like, what are we doing? What's happening? Most confusing 2 minutes ever. And I really hate that he's trying to get attached to his friends again. Cause like, they need to be gone. Let them go. They weren't that good in the first place. Like, that supporting cast wasn't even all that, dude. You can let it go and build something better. It's okay, I believe in you. But I might not after what you served me for this plotline. I don't know, bro. It just looks like some crossover slop, or it's just like, oh look, guys, look, it's Punisher, look, it's Hulk. What's the plot? Who's the villain? We don't know. Just look, Black Hand. That's just good looking guys. I don't know what these guys are. I haven't watched the Netflix series. I've just watched the Spider-Man movies and like most of the Marvel crossovers, but I haven't watched Hulk movies because people said they were ass and they came out before the MCU was really a thing anyway, so they really gave a shit. And he was fine for all of it until now, when suddenly like the Hulk movies are like peak cinema allegedly. I don't know, man. I don't know what we're doing here. And then you look at Spider-Man. I don't even know. Like they're still talking about mutants too, so I don't know if the X-Men are gonna show up either. Like this is so confusing to me. I'm reading these comments and they're like all these comments glazing it and being like, wow, I'm watching this trailer 50 times today. Woji Hulk is coming back. Oh my gosh, this reminds me of Tasm. It's like, bro, what is the story meant to be? This is a bad trailer. I don't get it. Honestly, yeah. This is just not a good start. Hopefully more trailers will come out. It isn't weird and confusing and makes me wonder what we're even doing with this movie. Like, what's the direction here? Was this actually done by someone who was inspired and actually wanted to do something? Or was this done by a guy that just wanted to cash in a paycheck and was like, well, corporate said that Daredevil needs to be on the rise, so you need to put in the Punisher on Black Hand so we can support our Netflix line because everything else was turned to shit. We also need the Hulk more because he can't have his own movie series since we don't want to deal with anything. So he just has to be a side character in the Spider-Man movie now. I don't know what's going on behind the scenes if the guy was trying to write some kind of movie and then got hit with all these like requirements from like corporate and just had to go with it. But this doesn't look good. This doesn't look like someone actually had like an inspiration and had an idea of what to do going forward. This really just looks like Marvel just slamming things together and being like, well, if Spider-Man's gonna be a big movie, so maybe if they're in the Spider-Man movie, they'll be big enough to stand on their own, and we can make Punisher a whole thing and get more money out of it. Like, it really feels like that. I hope this is a Spider-Man movie, and it doesn't turn into some, like, weird crossover slop where, like, it's not even, like, fully Spider-Man. We already got a big crossover movie with No Way Home. I just want to go back to like a proper, like, correct Spider-Man movie, like what they do in Raimi and stuff like that, where it's just here's Spider-Man, here's the villain. Oh, he has a little bit of drama with his sidecast, but nothing too bad. Oh, well, I guess it was kind of bad with Harry, but you get my point, you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty forward, easy enough to understand. You can tell from the trailers what's going on, who's the villain. I mean, well, this is like, you need to watch 300 plus movies and 5 seasons of television before you can understand our plotline, and you can understand who the characters are, so you can tell how badly we assassinated them. Also, here's Mary Jane and Ned, even though we said we would never touch them again. Whack as hell, dude. I don't like it. I don't. And I don't care how much I get hated for this or who's coming for me. I'm just gonna say it. It just looks mid as hell. Hope it isn't, but it probably is. How? It's probably gonna not even be mid, bro. It's probably gonna be 2-pack of ass, judging by the way they've been cooking stuff up lately. Like, No Way Home, it was a fun, silly movie, but like, if you use your brain, you can see that it was held together by duct tape and hopes and prayers, bro. It was not all that. You just turn your brain off and okay, good times. But honestly, it's not very good. It's not a very good movie. And now that you see, the one good thing about No Way Home is that it had the promise of delivering something better. The promise that this movie is probably going to squander the hell out of, considering what they're doing with the sidecast. Like, shit, at this point, have Aunt May come back. Like, if we're just gonna, because this is ridiculous. Let it all go. You can't have emo Peter Parker and then have his friends show up midway and be like, oh, what could have been? No. Keep them out. Let us feel their absence. Don't have them in the background doing goofy gags as always. Don't have him pine after legally distinct Mary Jane. Don't do it. Bad move. But yeah, said everything on my mind. I haven't scripted any of this. This is just straight off the cuff rants, because that's what rants are meant to be. That's what they are. They're not meant to be this heavily scripted 30 plus hour like intricate stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, I love those videos. They're great. God tier background noise. If we're being real, rants are meant to just kind of be this unscripted rambling, like what I'm doing. And I don't really intend to change that with this channel going forward. Like, maybe some of them will be scripted if I have specific points to talk about, but generally, when it's trailer reactions and stuff like that, it's off the cuff. It's just straight from my head, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I just stuttered so badly, bro. This trailer has me moving differently, but that's all I have for each and every one of you today on this fine first video. See you around!